Welcome again, ladies and gentlemen. In the first video, we talked about problems 1 through 5. Now we're going to talk about 6, 7, and 8, and 9. This is in preparation for our exam on matrices. All right, this time we were told to calculate A minus B. So make sure you pay attention to the order of the matrices given. So we want A, and then we want to subtract B from that. So other problems, the B may come first and then the A, but just make sure you pay attention. So here we want A minus B. So remember with minus, what we got to do is change all our signs. So I'm going to do that now. So the B matrix, the positive 7 becomes a negative 7. Everything changes, even the variable. So this becomes negative X. This becomes positive 5. This X becomes negative. The 3 becomes positive, and the 4 becomes negative. So now, just like before, I'm going to draw it out exactly the way it should be combined. So we're going to have X plus 5 minus 7, and then we're going to say 6 minus X plus 5, and then 3 minus X plus 3, and then lastly X minus 6 minus 4. So now we're just going to combine our like terms. So 5 and 7 go together. So we're going to get X minus 2. Then 6 and positive 5 go together. So it's going to be negative X plus 11. 3 and 3 go together. So that's going to be negative X plus 6. And then lastly, negative 6 and negative 4 go together. It's X minus 10. So again, pay attention to the order, and just like I said on the last problem, the order of your numbers won't matter. So like on the first number, if you want to say negative 2 plus X, that's fine. Just find an answer choice that has a positive X and a negative 2 for your first term, and negative X and a positive 11 for your second term. All right, so next we have B minus A. So this is what I was talking about, making sure you pay attention to the order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reorder it and put B in the front. So I'm going to put negative 2, then negative 4, negative 5, negative 4, 9, and 6. And then I'm going to say minus 3, 4, 1, negative 10, 3, and negative 5. So now I'm going to change my signs of everything in the second matrix. So this becomes negative, this becomes negative, this becomes negative, this becomes positive, negative, positive. I'm going to kind of clean it up some. Sorry. I'm not too happy there. All right, so we got that. And then that becomes negative. I'm sorry, positive, sorry. All right, so now we're going to combine our like terms. This time we're just dealing with numbers. I'm going to scratch out my minus sign so I know how to do it again. So we're going to get negative 2 and negative 3. I'm going to give us negative 5. Then negative 4 and negative 4 give us negative 8. Negative 5, I'll do that with a box. And negative 1 give us negative 6. Then negative 4 and positive 10 give us 6. Do double. Positive 9 and negative 3 give us 6. And then lastly, positive 6 and positive 5 give us 11. All right? And so now we successfully subtracted matrix A from B. All right? So here's another one where we have to subtract A from B. This time we don't change the order, just change the signs. So negative 2 becomes positive 2. This becomes negative, positive. And when you get to a 0, guys and ladies, don't worry about a sign, because 0 cannot be positive or negative. All right, so then we're going to combine the like terms like last time. So we have 5 and positive 2 give us 7. Then we have negative 3. I'm trying to do double lines or a darker line. And negative 5 gives us negative 8. Then I'll do double lines for 3 and 7 to get 10. And then 0 and 0 give us 0. All right. Does anybody have a question? Well, not does anybody have a question. I apologize. I'm saying like we're in class. But at any rate, that's basically all you have to do there. All right. The last part we're going to do in this video is it says simplify the following. So we know we're multiplying because there's a dot in between the two matrices. So remember I told you we're adding and subtracting. You always want to check your dimensions. So the first matrix is a 2 by 2 because we have 2 rows and 2 columns. The second matrix has 1 row and 2 columns. Now remember when we're multiplying, these two numbers have to be the same. If they're not the same, which they're in this case not because you have a 2 and a 1, we're going to say not possible or undefined or you could say impossible. But on the test, it's either going to be not possible or undefined. It's not gonna have impossible. I told you that was an old term they used to use. Now they don't. Well, stay tuned for the next video. So like I said, we'll be back in action in a few moments.